If you've been feeling like you always give and you still are treated like you're invincible, today my video is going to change that because I'm about to give you 7 powerful shifts and rules on how to shift from being a people pleaser, from being a good girl, to being the most magnetic and feminine self you can ever be. You'll become a woman that holds her energy like the most expensive asset, rare, irresistible, and magnetic. And if you stay till the end of this video, I'm gonna give you something that's gonna reset your feminine energy in just 30 days, completely for free, so stay tuned. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Alina, and I'm a feminine energy coach that teaches women how to step into their full feminine power. Have you noticed that the most magnetic people, they have this alluring energy about them, alluring vibe about them? It's because they know when to withdraw their energy. It's because they know when to walk away in silence. And they do it so effortlessly. So today we're going to learn exactly that, how to choose ourselves, how to be unapologetically us, and how to walk away and stop being so accessible. After all these years of self-abandonment, you're going to learn how to choose yourself in this one video. Rule number 1, choose silence instead of a reactive response. When you withdraw your energy, when you're not responding physically, emotionally, mentally to people and situations, people start wondering, how is she so calm? She used to be so emotional, but all of a sudden she's so calm. What is wrong with her? Why is she like that? Does she not care? Does she not care at all? And in fact, yes, she does not care at all. When you become inaccessible and when you withdraw your energy all of a sudden, you know who's begging you to go back to their life? Those people that were taking advantage of your energy, that were taking advantage of the fact that you're a people pleaser, that you're a good girl that wants to help everyone, that wants to be liked and respected, because she knows that she needs to give something to people, to be always accessible, to say always yes, to be liked and respected. And people did take advantage of that. So when you don't give them that energy, they become all of a sudden irritated. The old version of you, the old you was so easy to manipulate, but now all of a sudden you withdraw your energy and it creates confusion in their head because you've evolved, you've changed, and they become irritated by the fact that you do not respond to their manipulation the same way that you used to before. That is exactly why people hate it when you don't respond to their hateful comments online or in person. They want to drag you into their mud, and when you don't do that, when you don't respond, when you're so self-contained and calm, all of a sudden they become even more irritated. When somebody tries to provoke you, or when somebody gives you criticism that doesn't even require your attention, when you remain calm in your energy, instead of splashing it everywhere, your energy, you're actually in the battery saving mode. You're saving your energy. You're not giving it away to those people or situations. And that way you become even more powerful because you contain that energy, you save it up, and you choose to give your energy to places, to people, to situations that deserve that energy, because you are intentionally deciding to be silent, to withdraw your energy, to walk away when needed, because you know that this does not deserve your energy. And this is not about being mean. This is about being strategic with your energy. It's about being kind to yourself. You're not doing this to hurt others. You're doing this to protect your greatest asset, your energy. Sometimes the lack of response is the best response. Use your silence wisely. Rule number 2, too much of anything kills the taste. The more available you are, the less value people place on you. This is the rule. What is too abundant and is there all the time with no effort whatsoever will never be respected the same way as something that had to be fought for, had to be worked for. It's something that is called scarcity principle from behavioral psychology. What is rare is valued. What is constant is taken for granted. You have been conditioned that you will only be loved if you are this good girl that says yes to every opportunity, to every ask for help, that you started to suppress your emotions and feelings just to keep up that facade of a good girl. It's a girl that is agreeable, that always there, that will place a higher value on somebody else's needs than her own. And because you've been conditioned this way, you think that you can only be deserving of love and respect if you do those things for people, even if it means that it costs you your peace, your time, your energy. You have to remember that being too available is a big form of self-abandonment. It means that you don't respect yourself and your time and your energy. When you respond to calls, when you respond to messages, when you're in the middle of something important to you, even if that means that you have to neglect your desires, even if that means if you have to neglect your health, lose your sleep just to help somebody, that is not an act of kindness. That is an act of self-abandonment to yourself, to your life, and to your desires. And you think that you're gonna get a badge of honor just for being this loving and kind girl. But at the end of the day, people are gonna ask you, why did you do this? I didn't really ask you to do this. I thought you could help and you did, but I didn't think that it would cost you your life or your desires or your hobbies. When people ask for something, it doesn't mean that you have to respond to every single call, especially when it means abandoning yourself, your needs, your hobbies, your work, your life in general. Rule number 3, choose where your energy goes or others will choose it for you. You have to be intentional about your energy. When you're deciding where to go, who to speak to, what to think, what to say, you're giving away your energy. Feminine energy is like a river, and river can flow in many different locations and many different places and directions, and you're the only one deciding which path to take. If you don't choose the path for yourself, if you don't choose the directions, your river will be depleted because other will be taking your energy and going in a million different pathways. They're going to be dragging your energy towards their goals, their destinations. And then all of a sudden, you're left to the river that is dry. There is no water left, no energy left, because you gave up all your energy to please other people, to fulfill their desires. So be very intentional where your energy goes. You have to be able to answer that question every single morning. What is the focus of the day today? Choose it intentionally, or somebody else will choose it for you. Rule number 4, observe your triggers and use it as a roadmap to your own personal success. What makes you react automatically? What makes you angry? What makes you lose your calmness? Observe these triggers, but never punish yourself for acknowledging them, because you can use them to your advantage. You can use them to pave the way to your own personal success. Neuroscience says that even just noticing your trigger activates prefrontal cortex. It's your rational brain, which interrupts the automatic emotional loop from the amygdala. This means that awareness of your triggers literally rewires your brain over time. Whatever you acknowledge, whatever you observe, you can work with. If you cannot see your own triggers, you cannot work on them. If you cannot notice your own triggers, ask your family or friends to give you feedback. But really important, if you are asking for their feedback, don't take it as an aggression. Take it as a feedback and data collection, because the more you know about yourself, the better choices you can make in the future. And if you learn about your own automatic responses, your triggers, you can use it to your advantage. You can use it to become better, to rewire your brain, to start noticing these, to stop reacting the same way you used to be more calm, to be more intentional. And you can use it to your advantage, and you can use it to achieve the success that you always wanted to in all areas of your life. Receive this information as data, not as an attack. At the end of the day, you choose what to take in and what to leave. Rule number 6, don't ever be afraid to raise your standards, even if people got used to the old version of you. One of the most shocking things you can do is evolve in front of the people that chose to stay in the same place. Yes, some people will resent you. Yes, some people will not understand you. Yes, some people will hate you. Some people will be angry at you. But it doesn't matter, because the right people will come to you. The right people will meet you at where you are at that time. Because if you choose to evolve, if you choose to improve, the right people will either evolve with you and raise to your standards, or they will leave your life. And one way or another, that's the best thing for you, because you chose the path of improvement instead of staying where you were all this time. You're choosing to make yourself better. You're choosing to work on your energy. You're choosing to become a better woman and a better person. And some people will understand you, some people won't, and that's totally okay. You have to come to the terms that some people will not make it with you on this journey. But a good thing is that you're going to attract new people that are going to be on a similar journey with you, and you're going to help each other grow, you're going to help each other evolve, and you're going to become better together. So when something old falls away, there's always something new that comes into that place and serves you even better. And lastly, rule number 7, emotional control is the new luxury. The most magnetic people, the most magnetic women, they don't just look expensive. Most of the time, it has nothing to do with how they look, but how they feel. They feel expensive because they have emotional stability, emotional control. But there is a big difference between emotional stability and suppressing your feelings. Emotional stability is all about choosing how you want to respond. It's not about acting in the moment. It's you being intentional with your feelings and emotions. It wouldn't serve you to leash out and say something in the moment, because that's not going to yield the best results. What you're going to do is just empty your cup, dry up your river, and be left with resentment and some bad relationships. Most of the time, the best thing to do is to pull back, reassess the situation, and act from the point of emotional stability. You're not suppressing your emotions, you're saying it as it is, but you're saying it at the right time, when you want to the right people that will yield the best result for you. You become like a calm ocean, and people can tell that it's deep and very wise, but they can never tell what's beneath the surface. When you stop being available emotionally, mentally, physically, you start expanding your feminine power, and you start becoming the most magnetic, authentic you. If you feel like you've been overgiving, over-explaining, and being in your masculine survival state, I've created something special just for you. In the link down below my video, you'll find a free 30-day feminine energy reset that will help you tap into your feminine power, that will help you connect to your softness, to your calmness, that will help you become your most magnetic self. Every day for 30 days, you're gonna get simple yet very powerful exercises that will help you tap into your feminine energy. This will not take hours of your day. This will take 5 to 15 minutes a day maximum, and they will yield you the best results in your feminine energy journey. So grab your free downloadable guide and let me know how you feel after 30 days. So when a woman finally starts pouring into herself instead of pouring into everyone else, everything changes. Thank you so much for watching my video, and see you again soon.